Alright, it's recording. Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. Again, I'm Chris Berkowitz. I'm the vice president of the Biz Dev team, and right now I'm currently leading this team for the internet strategy team.
Hey, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Okay, so,
And I'm Barbara. I'm the Director of Human Resources, and I'm pretty new to the company, but I'm excited to be here.
Hi, Terry.
Great to hear from you, Terry.
Did I say Terry or Barbara? I'm Terry.
I'm Kim, and my last name's Wilson. I'm the Vice President of Marketing. And I'm very passionate about marketing. I think that's all I have.
And I'm Leslie, Director of Operations Management. I've been with the company for about 2 years now, and I like that it is a very stable company. There's a very high level of predictability and standardization, so that makes me feel very comfortable and at home here.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dana Jones, and I'm the Vice President of Finance. And I'm very excited for our discussion today.
Okay, so thanks everybody again for taking your time and joining us today for this strategy meeting. This project, this HIP project, is very, very important to me, and I hope you all had the chance to review, the company, especially for people that just started, and have the chance to look at the goals that we have currently, and again our history and our vision as a whole company and our CEO's vision. So we really hope, and I personally hope, that this would help us gain visibility, additional visibility, even though we have been successful in the wireless field, in the telecommunications field, but we hope that this project will help us gain additional visibility for successful launching of HIP. And I really see and I'm very confident that this project would give us a very, very big potential for winning. Okay, so just to start, let's kind of go back a little bit into what HIP is, and are you guys all familiar with HIP?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not going to go through that anymore because I kind of just want to get right away your thoughts of, after reviewing everything from the finance portion, the marketing portion. HR is a very big factor, especially, with what we are as a company and who we are, and then obviously for operations as well, and see what you guys can think and like what we can come out of when it comes to like a strategy, because potentially this is going to happen now, unless after this conversation we figured it's better to wait, or it's time to go.
Should we take a quick vote and then we can explain if we are for HIP or not?
Yeah, so we can do that. So let's start with if you think HIP is a good idea to launch right now. I'm a yes.
Oh, yes.
Who wants to go first? Anybody?
No.
So the vote is two yeses?
I can't.
I vote yes.
Yeah, I vote yes.
Okay.
I vote yes.
So 4.
I'm currently undecided, and I'm interested in hearing more about why you're voting yes.
Okay. And I'm presently no at the time. Yeah, I think this is a bad idea. Just redo the script.
I think your opinions don't matter in this situation.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty apparent that the senior management, obviously, Dana and Kim are all kind of in the same way. I feel that we strongly feel that HIP is a very critical part of this operation, especially with our vision as a company. Again, we're committed to adding HIP to the firm's offerings. And we all know very well that the CEO's vision for BCPC is to be a technology leader, which HIP potentially could lead us there. So that's at least my take on it, at least for now. So I don't know, Kim or Dana, what you guys feel about it.
I think aligned with the vision where we want to be as a technology leader, the strategy that we want to have in play is to offer HIP and leverage that and develop a plan around our strong customer support basis to kind of help execute and pretty much sell HIP. So I would say the strategy that we want to push is pretty much is to sell HIP and integrate it into the rest of our phone services. And if you go back and look at our data, it's pretty much only an additional $10 a month. So I think at the end it's only $40 for this entire service. So for a lot of people, that's not going to really create that much, I would say, cost burden to purchase this additional service. And with all the other perks that they'll be getting, in addition to all the wonderful support that we're offer, I think we're going to be at a strong position to offer this. I'd like to hear from Terry as far as her concerns about some of the feedback that I received before on my piece of paper.
Oh.
Ah.
Well, I appreciate your interest, Kim. I'm wondering, are we really ready to really fully launch this project? Because I'm more than excited and eager to take on this challenge. But I wonder, do we have the employees needed for this to launch this project?
That's what I was going to ask you, Terry. I know based off the case, we have about 800 reps. And in seeking those 800 reps, we pretty much screened 20,000 people to fill 800 positions, meaning 25 people per position. Also in the competitive landscape, so we have, we service is of 30 million access lines, but in total, there are 200 million access lines in the United States. So we have about 15% of the market, which is, I guess, there could be some potential if, because I know, Kim, you're saying that we're pretty, this could be an untapped market and we could get a lot of demand for this, but I'd like to take into consideration that, so altogether the revenues are 258 billion, and with 30 million access lines, that's pretty much, let me see, sorry, my numbers are somewhere on here. Oh, hi. Anyway, so with the 30 million lines, it's pretty much $100 for the installation fees, but that's not considering any of the tech support, like sending a truck or a trained technician, and also not including any of the training for these technicians, because right now we have the reps who can provide a customer service over the phone, but they can't physically go and install the multiplexers in all of the central offices or in any of the, I guess, customer homes. And in my notes, it says it's about $100 currently for the fee, but 3 times the number to do this, the actual training and the technician work. And with 30 million lines, that's about $6 billion.
I'm
And
gonna add on to that, or just comment on that a little bit, just because you mentioned it right now. So BCPC, and again, I'm not sure to what degree do you guys know about this plan, but BCPC plans to adopt a new technology. So you know how originally the plan is to have those splitters, right? And that causes all the installation that you mentioned, and all the hassle that the customers, the feedback has been. And so the new technology is pretty much going to be filter, and that would eliminate the need for signal splitters. So,
Sorry, Chris, can you repeat that? You're kind of
so
going in and out.
okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so okay, so just to kind of like go back a little bit, so we are pushing towards creating a new technology that will be known as splitterless filter. So that would eliminate the need for a signal splitter, right? Which
Okay.
potentially address everything that you just mentioned about the technician and all the feedback that we have been, all those installation hassle that you talked about. So the splitterless filter would allow customers to self-install the HIP software and HIP modem, and then
Okay.
I anticipate the full self installation kit will save BCPC consideration costs, and I think maybe Dana have more take on that and what the finances would look like currently, and then, and same for Terry about the HR when the splitterless filter would happen.
So, even though the installation hassle that you mentioned can be taken care of, I'm still a little concerned about the employees that don't it kind of seems like we don't have them ready to go right now. So I'm just wondering, how can we best get from this present state to the desirable future state? So this is our situation now. What do we need to do to get to where we want to be so that we can actually launch this with the employees ready to go, so that when our customers call in, we have people there ready so we can still maintain that quality service that we want.
Mm-hmm. Dana, do you want to comment on anything with the financials as well?
Yeah, I think that we will be able to adapt our employees. But as many of you know, I am strongly invested in this project. And I think that if we are able to go into HIP early on, we'll catch a larger amount of clients. So the faster connection versus dial up and various things, we just need to be on the cutting edge of getting the people to commit with us. We need to get it there because we can do it better and faster. Given the finances, you can see that it's projected that we will be able to maximize revenue as well as reaching the number of households. Our total operating revenues increased between 2009 and 2010, and we expect it to continue to do so, especially with regards to the domestic telecom. That's where we should focus our efforts. While operating expenses have increased as well, we should still be able to manage to have more revenue.
Yeah, and then again, also like touching on the finances, when it comes to, and which like kind of touches on the HR, at least for how I'm seeing it, that if you do have if you perfect it in some way, that you should eliminate all that calls of training and having good HR, right? I mean, we should have good HR to begin with. We always have good people. But coupled with a good technology, there shouldn't be that much volume when it comes to complaints or things like that. But obviously, there's a lot of great that needs to be put into this. But when it comes to the internal cost of upgrading the access lines too, as mentioned earlier, HIP are acceptable as an investment in the future because the upgrade would vary sooner or later. So if we're upgrading anyway, we might as well upgrade to the new technology. And for me personally, when it comes to a new thing that is pioneering in this field, there's really no other point of comparison because we are the leader, right? And I feel like that is kind of why I want to push to execute this right now before somebody else does it. And now the customers would have a point of comparison of what's good versus what's not.
Yeah, and in relation to that too, you know, in 2009 there were 32 million cable TV subscribers, but almost 50 million homes qualified for cable access. The issue was that only 1% of the customers qualified for cable that were already modem subscribers. So while HIP is based on cable lines, although it was faster than dial-up, an increase in cable HIP means that you'll get a decrease in the speed of the data transmission. So the cable industry is preparing to be more aggressive, and we need to be aggressive as well.
I'm gonna touch on a few more things. Just want to kind of reinforce our strong customer service culture that we have for our company at BCPC. And one of the things that I recognize that you guys all may be concerned about was that we did lose some customers in the past because they gave us some satisfactory ratings. But as you know, we have strong metrics that we continuously monitor how our customers basically react to the services that we provide, and also to how we're handling their customer calls, because as you know, here in customer service, we're allowed to make the person, in terms of how they feel towards our company, we're allowed to leave a positive mark in terms of how they feel towards us each day when they get on the phone with us. And for some of these guys, it might be their only time where they work and interact with our company. So my thoughts are that while we may struggle in the beginning as far as integrating this new technology, but I'm confident that with our strong culture and our strong personnel behind us, all the other customer service representatives for BCPC, and with our leadership, we can use the metrics that we establish to monitor how healthy we are with introducing this new particular product, and make corrections along the way. And we're going to get things wrong, but the customers know that we work to make it right, and we listen to their feedback and we make corrections. So those are my thoughts, and I think based on our strong culture, I feel that we could tackle this.
So Terry,
I think you're.
Go ahead.
I think you're right. The last statement that you said, based on our strong culture, that we can really do this. But again, it seems like we're referring to our current culture, right? The employees that we have now. So with bringing in this technology, we're going to have to train new employees, which is going to take some time, to make bring everybody up to speed, and to make sure that we still have that. What is BCPC's reputation? Like, what are we known for?
We're known for providing outstanding customer service.
Outstanding customer service, yep. And in order to maintain that outstanding customer service, it starts with our culture and making sure that we continue to train our employees as great as we have so far, because it's been functioning. And like Chris said, pairing good HR and good technology, that's perfect. And it's definitely something that we should do, and this is going to be an amazing, fun, challenging experience, and it's something that we can roll out with time in a way where we can train our people and have the employees ready to set this up.
Yeah, I would like to add, though, that one reason why we have great customer service is because of the actual services that we provide. So in order to keep our customers happy, it's going to be imperative that we stay on the front end of technology. They're going to be dissatisfied in a relatively short period of time with the development of technology. So it'll be important to stay on the front end and provide them with better services, because I think in the long term that shows our commitment to their experience with us, which will just increase their view of us. And from a financial standpoint, I think for the good of the company, it's important to note that HIP, if the capacity exists, HIP service could grow by over 300%, but we will miss out on that if we don't take action soon.
Yeah.
So question, how many users do we expect? Because I know there is a lot of ifs, and I know we just launched a new service earlier in the case as the did we lose?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. early in the case, it said that we had launched a previous service, and this will be a second launch. As the director of HR, do you see that affecting our employees, like another change? Do you think that would negatively impact our employees?
Can I add on to it?
Yeah.
So Terry, you can still answer, but I want to just provide some feedback. I think as long as the employees buy into the vision and it's clear in terms of where we're headed, we want to be a technology leader. And in order to be a technology leader, we do have to take some risks. And these are calculated risks, right? But in order to establish a vision, which is to become a technology leader in this business right here, our team, the BCPC team members, the strategy I want to play is to offer a HIP and bundle it with the rest of our sales as far as the local phone line connections, so that we could kind of cross-sell these products and capture more customers in addition to the current customers that we have. As long as we have a strong vision, the strategy is well understood, and we have a strong plan to execute this, and with the financial stuff that Dana has talked about in terms of the concerns as far as possibly additional training or maybe hiring additional folks, we will be able to tackle this.
Yeah. And
so how much do you think, or I don't know if you answered that, how many users do you think we'll expect based on your research, your market research?
like also
Is there a range?
I know that from a finance standpoint, we're expecting by 2015 for there to be about 22.5 million households using HIP.
How many do we have now again?
How many access lines do we have?
We have 10 million subscribers. So, and also, like Kim said it really good, and wrapped everything up that really good about, again, reinforcing and reinstating our visions. And I feel like the HR department and Terry have done a really good job when it comes to staffing. We have a high demand. Like there's 20,000 people that apply to our company. And on top of that, they're all equally trained for 4 months. That's not just a 2-week training that they get. So that assures the people that, you know, they will get the same customer service regardless of whatever new product we give. If we have the right people and we train them right, and with HR already has proven that for years, and we get, you know, we get statistics says we have been doing a good job. So Terry, her team,
or Terry.
And Terry, under your strong leadership, we've been able to hire a lot of strong candidates.
So will we be doing another
it.
4-month training for this new service?
You know, thank you for your praise, Chris. It's very kind of you. And yes, we had to screen 20,000 people to fill 800 positions. So this is going back again to planning a little bit more space, so we can be able to screen another 20,000 people for those 800 positions, and then have the time to train them for those 4 months. And then I also wanted to just remind everyone that our staff is really invested, because they are invested in and rewarded by the system of measure focused on customer service. So they get bonuses for their excellent customer service. And we don't want to get satisfactory reviews, because that changes our reputation, and that also affects our employees' bonuses.
I had a question, Chris. I know you mentioned a new technology, so we wouldn't have to use the multiplexers in the central offices. But to create multiple channels, operations will have to divide available bandwidth of a telephone line through a complicated process, which often requires the use of technology from multiple vendors.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't do it all ourselves. So will that new technology eliminate the required inspection of access lines in each customer's home, and like reconditioning these access lines?
So the access lines would have to be upgraded.
So we would have to go into each customer home to upgrade the access lines, or
I believe so.
because that's an estimated cost of $10,000 per line, and if we're saying we have 30 million lines,
Yeah.
that's about $300 billion, which is more than our the total revenue of the 258 that I mentioned earlier. 258 billion of revenues from wireless markets, long distance, and U.S. local exchange service.
Yeah. So
But you also want to keep in mind that we're also expecting, if the capacity stays where it is, that we're expecting a 300% growth each year. So to take that into consideration with regards to revenue, it's a risk, but it will even out in the long run.
If we do get the 300% increase.
Yeah. Okay, so is there anything else, at least for now, from everybody for this session at least?
I think a few more things. I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to switch over to HIP, and I know there are some high burden costs associated with that. But I think as we could go ahead and cover that cost for these new subscribers. I think it was saying estimate was the installation time and system requirements are about $300 for a modem too as well. I think we could go ahead and fund that particular effort so that customers don't have to burden that.
Yeah.
So we're going to eat those costs, you said?
Yeah, and I just want to add on a few more points that I have not shared yet. From our initial market research, a lot of the early HIP adopters are going to be most of the tech savvy.
I think we lost you.
Yeah, I don't know if it was
from tech.
Is it back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So from some of the market research that we did, our market research had indicated that a lot of the early HIP adopters will most likely be the most tech savvy folks. And what that means are that they're going to be able to troubleshoot a lot of the problems themselves. And while we might not know all the details at the moment, because we're all kind of working together through this particular problem. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
We'll be able to leverage a lot of the lessons that they learn from the early adopters and refine our customer support service while capturing a very early lead in the HIP market.
I guess to say my last 2 cents, as Leslie, the Director of Operations Management, I feel like it would be much more prudent to sell the network space to another vendor and let that company figure out how to enter the HIP market. And after they have stumbled and made mistakes, we can enter the market and provide their trademark flawless service.
Okay.
End quote.
Kim, we lost your webcam.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, so I can kind of see where that comment is coming from. Again, definitely another way to go by it. It's definitely another strategy that we would have to keep in mind. But at the same time, again, as a technology leader, and just to remind everybody again that the CEO is intolerant of failure. And so we do intend to put a lot of effort. I at least intend to put a lot of effort myself into this project, and I can feel the support of everybody in all the departments as well. Hopefully, we don't have to go through that route of watching another vendor fail first, because the goal is to not fail to begin with. So we should be confident that our product, and we have the right people, the right product, and the right market, and the right timing. So yeah, so hopefully that would be the case. But is there anything else that anybody needs to add before we adjourn?
So I'm just wondering, what would everybody's, I guess, ideal timeline look like to launch this? Would it be like, okay, let's do it ASAP, or are we gonna take our employees into consideration? Do we have enough employees? Are they going to want to stick around? Is the culture going to change? What do you guys think about that?
I feel like it would be good, especially again with the new splitterless filter that we are planning to adopt. I feel like it's good to at least do one more test with that one. Again, especially we have not done any testing yet with our customer service with a HR. It would be good to see, and then after that, compare feedback from installation to from customer and HR and staffing's end, end user and providers end to see if that hopefully the it's better. And I feel like once that's a go, then it should launch after that.
So from my view, again, HIP HIP is definitely critical to our future of success as a company. From our market research, we found that customers want to see a bundled package. So we have a lot of customers that have the phone line, and it's just capturing those existing customers and getting new customers as well. So people want to see basically dual offering from us, and the marketing team is ready to roll on this. We're ready to handle the introduction of this new service. I'm very confident in my team members, as I have personally selected and supervised a talented crew who will utilize their sophisticated survey communication skills and the results from the surveys to help execute and meet customer needs.
But sorry, Kim, will your team is your team the reps that actually talk to the customers, or is it the team that advertises this new HIP service for us?
From my team will be selling the service.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your team will be what?
Selling the service.
Oh, okay.
Best sellers.
Dana, anything to add?
I just think that from a financial standpoint, while it is a risk, it's something that we need to do, especially I think in the long term, in order to really satisfy our customer needs. We need to provide them with the best and most up-to-date service, because long term financially, this is how the company is going to stay the healthiest.
We got to offer a full line of telecom services to be a telecommunications leader.
I think on the other spectrum, I think our employees should also be one of our first priorities before our customers. And I like Chris's idea of kind of doing first, before launching HIP, to do our new, the new technology you mentioned, Chris, and getting feedback from that. Because I think our employees are going through a lot of change, and we are still dealing with a lot of ifs and forecasting that the CEO is expecting us not to fail, but if we were to fail, which is also could happen, we'd probably be out of business.
Okay. All right. So again, thanks everybody. So I think we're gonna end it there for now. And just to again wrap it up, I feel like for now it seems like everybody's on the go for this HIP technology. And we're just going to talk out more details in other meetings, either individually or as a team again. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you all for your time.
There you go.
All right. Okay, bye.
So Barbara, on my script, it says that I don't like you, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, you were very nice to me.
It says, I think that Terry Maneri's HR expressed concerns about the customer service representatives are overblown. In fact, you generally have a low opinion of HR and nothing Terry has done since being hired here as opposed to your opinion. I don't like you apparently in the conversation.
That's so funny. Mine has a similar thing and says that Dana has grossly underestimated the cost of supporting him, and that Chris has the CEO's ear. Politics at its best.
Yeah.
I didn't have nearly that many descriptions. I'm jealous. Mine was like, mine says, the only thing that mine says is that you guys can't know exactly how much I've invested, because my directly tied to the stock price, but your guys's isn't.
Oh my gosh, no wonder.
Yeah, I'm very invested, and I wrote that down. I was like, invested? Why did she use the word invested? I wrote it down in my notes somewhere.
Yeah, but it does say it's like your colleagues are aware of your strong financial investment.
Oh.
Yeah. Mine just says if this pans out, pretty much. Like, to summarize what mine says, just if this pans out, I get a promotion. It says would very likely help you move up in the organization. So
Everyone has their own agenda.
Yeah, mine says like you have heard that some of your projected launch expenses are too low and you're worried that this difference might be a stumbling block. And then I was like, that would be Miss Leslie Reed, the Director of Operations Management.
Okay, so I'm just going through the debrief again question. I think we covered all the questions in the other video. Which business so what are the overall performance goal of BCPC? Which business performance outcomes are most important to this company? I think we covered that. Core competency, did we cover that?
I think it's mostly customer focused.
Yeah, so I think it's our culture that's pretty strong.
So I think we covered those questions, and from the pattern of result. Yeah, so I think we actually covered at least the video that we need to answer the questions. Now I guess it's just a matter of who wants to do the forum.
I can do it. I mean, I can at least try. I'll create a Google Doc if you'd like and share it with you guys. And then that way you can, like, I'll try and do as much as I can tonight. And then that way you guys have either tonight and or tomorrow to revise it.
Okay.
Cool.
I have to post it tomorrow night, I thought.
Yeah, it's due tomorrow, but at least we can look at it in the middle of the day at work and just say hi.
Oh my gosh, she's adorable.
Say hi.
And I'm gonna send you guys the link tonight of the video, so that hopefully that will help you with the paper or with the forum, right?
Cool.
Okay.
So the questions we're going to answer are only the ones from the discussion, correct?
I think
we're not going to look at the PowerPoint file.
No, I think it's the one that was on the forum.
Okay.
Yeah. Just whatever the questions are in the forum, again, we covered all of them, because then the rest are just like, how did we all feel about? Well, one question was, is BCPC currently organized to execute or organized to learn?
I think we're leaning to execute.
So
that's what I would say, yeah.
Execute says organization design elements are aligned for execution and efficiency, and then learn is organization design elements are aligned for learning and innovation.
I think we're learning. I think we're ready.
I think we're learning.
If we were to go with what you said, Jam, like do the technology first and then see how that goes, then yeah. But if we were to directly just launch it, then yeah.
So I think we still have, I don't think we made a decision, right?
We kind of just said, like, overall we will launch it, but there's no timeline of, it's more of we're going to do it eventually, but the whole thing was like, the cliffhanger was we're going to resume a different meeting to figure out when.
Episode 2.
Yeah. So I don't even know if it will be cool to like even send him that video, but his face.
I would say it's fine.
Yeah, me too.
I would too. I think we did good. I mean, I don't think he expects it to be perfect, you know.
I think it'll be good, and like see what he says from that rope play.
I'm excited. I think
so. Yeah. So I guess. So are we execute or learn, or should we just?
I would say learn based off of the description.
Learning and innovation.
You have a lot invested in this. You can't learn anymore. You're losing money. You got to execute, make money. Come on.
Okay, so I'll leave that to you. And then again, I'll as soon as we end this, I'll upload the video, and I'll send the links.
This is
Awesome.
cool.
And I'll type something up and get it to you guys no later than tonight.
Okay. Would it help if I start a Google Drive folder and I'll just put everything in there?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Works, yes.
Okay, I'll do that right now. All right. We're all set.
Thanks, guys, for working around my schedule.
Yeah. Have a safe flight,
Thank you
Lana.
guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Where are you going?
Travel safe.
I'm just going to San Francisco.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Have
Like a
fun.
Yeah, still be
1 hour
safe.
flight. So hopefully, cross my fingers, be okay.
And
Fun,
where are you?
Alex.
Are you here?
What was that?
Where's Richard? Because I know Richard would go to China a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm here. I
You're
only had a business trip there.
I'm here.
But no, I'm here in America right now.
Okay.
Where are you guys all located before we
Oh.
say goodbye?
I'm in Arcadia.
Where?
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll go first.
Richard,
I'm in
come from?
Arcadia.
Oh, okay.
Not from Fullerton.
Fullerton.
I'm in Norwalk, so I'm like 15, 20
Okay.
minutes from Fullerton.
Cool. Cool.
I just moved to the Central Valley to Visalia, but I used to be
saw
in
that.
Los Angeles.
And I'm like 2 minutes away from the West LA Pepperdine campus.
Oh,
Oh,
very
cool.
cool.
All
All
right,
right, you guys, thank you so
All right.
much.
All right.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.